Hello, everyone. I'm Josh Oakes, and you're listening to the smartsocial.com podcast, where we interview professionals that teach you about safety, mental health, and then how to shine online. We're all about, at smartsocial.com, we're all about giving you the tools and the resources to not say no to the internet, but also not give your students an untethered Ferrari at the same time. We today are talking about training wheels. I have a friend of mine here today who is a leader in this space. I'm thankful that he took an hour out to record this podcast, this interview with us. Today, I have Adam Ahern. He's with Village Social, also known as village.com. And today, Adam is talking with us about not just about taking away devices, but rather how do we get kids at a very young age to feel comfortable dipping their toe in the waters of social media? How do we get them comfortable with the training wheels? You don't throw your kid on that bike and let them fall over and hurt themselves a ton. You give them training wheels so they see the value, they have fun with you. That's what we're talking about today. Adam, welcome to the interview.
Yeah, pleasure to be with you, Josh. You're such an inspiration in the space, and you said it perfectly. We're all about empowering kids safely, and look forward to kind of explaining what that means over the next period of time.
Over the next 4 hours of this podcast. I'm kidding. Listen, everybody,
we're gonna podcast, but I'm sure we'll keep it short.
We're gonna make it tight, but here we go. Adam, tell us just real quickly why start Village Social? Why start this app? Why do this? You put a lot of your time and money, and there's, it's a big risk for everybody listening to this, watching this. Doing this kind of stuff on his scale is a huge, huge risk. And it's really your life's work for a couple years before you see any fruit. Why do this?
I mean, it's absolutely a passion project. So prior to Village Social, I had worked in investment banking and high technology companies with lots of financial resources. Decided to branch out on my own just because of my kids and my family. It's something the world needs. The world needs a safer social app. It's cliche to say it's a digital age nowadays. Kids get on phones younger and younger. They're being thrown before they're ready into what we call the mature social apps like Instagram and Snapchat. And I learned that lesson the hard way as a father of 4 kids. It was about 2 years ago when my oldest daughter was 12 years old. We'd allowed her to have Instagram and Snapchat because we didn't know any better. All her friends had it. She asked for it. We've heard of them, so it seemed like a reasonable request, like get on Snapchat and Instagram. What's the big deal? About 6 months after she got on those platforms, she was having trouble sleeping at night, feeling very depressed and just not herself. She was just a different kid. We didn't know what was going on. We took her to doctors, took her to therapists, and finally we figured out that she was being groomed on those platforms by predators. And I mean, just talk about an eye-opener as a parent. Like, I just can't even tell you, just even speaking about it years later now, how that makes me feel that, I put her in harm's way in that sense. So not to start off the podcast on kind of a down note, but at that point, we took the apps away from her and knew we had to do something better for our other 3 kids and just the millions of families out there that struggle with these types of issues.
That's amazing. What a powerful story that your daughter ran into this, and now here you are creating a solution. So thanks for sharing that. I appreciate that. But that's not that unusual of a story, right? I mean, the reason why you're in this is this happened to your daughter at 12. Right. Parents, if you're listening to this, there's no shame. If you've given your son or daughter a phone, it's very normal. If you're separated from your spouse or you're divorced, that's even more of a reason. Statistically, Adam and I find in speeches, they'll say, yeah, but I have a phone because we want to keep track of them. Totally normal for you to want to do that. But when you give them the Ferrari, as we're going to talk about, that will let them go connect with 7 billion other people. For those of you listening only right now, I'm holding up my phone. When we say Ferrari, Adam and I both believe that when you give your kids a phone or social media like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Byte, there's a new Tinder for Snapchat. It's kind of a weird thing that popped out a couple days ago. We're doing an app review on. But if you give your kids this, you are giving them a Ferrari that has untethered access to everybody and also goes 200 miles an hour. It could hurt them or someone else. Adam, talk to us about what's your view on how people can have training wheels? And you know what? We're going to do a shameless plug of your company here in a second because I don't get paid, but I do want people to know options, resources. I want them to know there are good apps out there. So Adam, what would you suggest to people on training wheels?
Yeah, no, it's exactly kind of how we've approached the company. So after that event with our daughter, we were looking out there of, what are the alternatives, and we couldn't find anything. There's Facebook Messenger for kids, which was very gamified, stickers and kind of addictive little things. But there wasn't really the way that you could give your kid a solution to stay in touch with friends, extended family members, while teaching digital skills. So Training Wheels is exactly kind of the frame of reference for our app. It lets parents see who their kids are messaging and lets them set responsible controls within the app. Because we're all about empowering kids. We know that kids need these tools to stay in touch and to stay relevant in today's age. So we've built the app with safety in mind and with teaching in mind, because it's not about just cutting kids off or giving them flip phones, in our opinion. Like, you can't do a whole lot with a flip phone. You actually need the kid to learn the skills. They need to be able to message friends, make decisions where they can either make a right decision or a wrong decision. But the parent needs to know that they're in a safe environment and that they can monitor and be involved with the kid's digital life. So in terms of digital training wheels, one thing we do is we create a safe environment. It's private, so your kid cannot connect with strangers on Village Social. They have to know the friend's exact username. They cannot send nude images on the platform, so that sexting is completely eliminated. And then we have algorithms, artificial intelligence scanning messages, and will actually alert parents to categories of language such as cyberbullying, sexual content, or the like. So we've built this environment that lets kids message and socialize. We've put in these safeguards or firewalls, if you will, to alert parents if there's problems and just prevent the worst risks from ever happening, meaning taking out the stranger danger and taking out the nudes. So that, by definition, kind of gives you the training wheels, the safer guardrails for your kids, but gives them the freedom to explore and still be kids and enjoy their friendships.
Yeah. One of the hidden things that you're hinting at that I'm going to just say is, parents, you need to be on every app that your kids are on, right? And that's what Village built, the parent and student app in a way, right? A family app, a family community, plus some friends down the street and other kids, right? So you can, and parents, so if you're just giving your kids unlimited access to Instagram, consider this is an alternative at a younger age, having all these options. Adam, are you kind of saying also that it could replace text messaging a little bit, so that parents can have more view of what their kids are doing?
Yeah, that's exactly a great use case. Text messages can be deleted from phones. You can still send any language or images you want on text messages. So Village is absolutely a safer communication platform, and it is very user-friendly for daily messaging. You sign in, you go straight to your inbox just like you would for text messaging, and so it's a great way to just communicate real time, similar to text messaging. The other core function is social posting. Like what you just said, where it's a great place for the whole family to be. Social posts, you can create a post on Village where you upload images, pictures, videos, and as well as kind of the story behind it. And the great part about Village is you choose who sees the post. So you're not creating a public profile, you're not creating an endless feed that tends to be very addictive. It's also a great way, if kids want to share something with their friends, they can go on and create a post and share it with friends. So it's not like grandma will see all the things they post on Village. But at the same time, one thing we love is, say, like when our daughter wins a soccer tournament, we like being able to share that news with our family and kind of the extended people in our lives that matter. On Village, she can actually see who's commenting and sharing that experience with our family. Versus today, if we were to share that on Facebook, our kids wouldn't actually see grandma and grandpa saying congratulations on the great game or things like that. So it's a great way that kids and students can both have their own private space and personal space on Village, but you can also share the other moments with families. So it's really about building that sense of community, and technology is a healthy lifestyle and healthy tool in life, and not something where you just go to have private, sometimes inappropriate conversations with friends. Like, it should be something that's enabling you to live your life the way you live your real life.
Yeah. Okay. Just a real quick kind of pause for a sec. Those of you listening or watching, please rate, subscribe, and review. If you're liking what we're showing you right now, please help us reach more people. So you can click the subscribe button. You can go into iTunes and rate us. Every rating helps us reach about 20 to 50 more people because it helps us go up in the algorithms. I'm forever grateful. You know, we don't get paid to spend these hours or this time to do this, and we want to help you. So if you're listening or watching, educators, you're welcome to share this with anyone in your community. Parents, pass it on to one other parent. We want to help. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pike. I want to do just a short, shameful plug, shameless, not shameful, shameless plug here just real quick at the front of smartsocial.com. If you click on the membership tab in the upper right, there's actually a course that Adam helped with, and it's called how to set up parental controls. It's $5. It's going to break the bank, I know. No, $5 is very affordable, and what it does is it walks you through the 10 important steps you must take to lock down your student's iPhone and make it more secure. And there's actually a shout out to Adam in here because he came up with a little bit of a way to make sure the Ferrari has a speed limit on it. And I show you that in our basic little course that teaches you, if you're going to give your kids an iPhone, here's what you have to do before or while they have it. And it'll help you really talk with them about safety and all that stuff. So shameless little plug, you go to smartsocial.com, click on membership. It's called 10 Ways Parents Can Set Up Their New iPhone. It's also called essentially the parental control system, how to set up parental controls on an iPhone. It's 30 minutes with me, and it dives into it's what Adam would call block and tackle, tactical and practical. It teaches you everything you need to know. Thank you to Adam for helping me guide a couple of those things. But we got, I think it's my best course ever. So parents, if you're confused about this, look at Village, go to village.com or click the link below. And also go take that other course as well and really sit there. I sit there with two phones and walk you through turn on parental control, and they're up on the screen. I mean, it's my favorite one. All right, Adam, I want to give you last word. What's one of your tips for parents that you think is a frequently asked maybe blunder or a question that people have? What would you want people to know?
You'd almost think we planned this as the segue, right? Perfect question. I think the biggest misconception is that smartphones can't be made safe for kids. They absolutely can. Your course is a great way to do that. So parents should absolutely check it out. The phones are a tool. Both iPhones and Androids now have parental controls built into the devices that let you make it whatever you want it to be for your kid. You can control the experience your kid has. Sure, you read about hacks, or you hear about hacks, the way kids get around it, but there are ways you can set it up where they're completely safe, and you guide parents on that. We have some resources on our website, village.com, as well. And I encourage parents, give your kids a phone early and teach them the skills they need. It's just like anything else in life. They need an engaged parent to help them learn the skills that matter. And you can do this with a little bit of effort and great resources like smartsocial.com.
And village.com. I mean, to plug you for a hot sec, right? Private, safe, healthy. We're on your website. Those of you listening right now, you got a free download. You learn more. Empower and protect your kids. Smartphones and social media create new challenges for parents. Village provides a platform for a balanced approach to smartphones. Help your kid flourish from first phone through digital independence. That's a really, really great line. Get informed. 53% of 13-year-olds are on social media, yet Instagram and Snapchat are not kid safe. If your kid is on either app, consider these warnings. Your digital playbook. You got some great blog posts. I'm always impressed about what you're doing. Safe and useful, risky and addictive. I love that. So when you guys go to village.com, they've got guides in the upper right, inspire, FAQs. You can go learn. You got a lot of really, really good stuff. I got to tell you, Adam, you're a thought leader. Go in this industry, there's not as many people creating scalable, awesome, cool stuff. And you're doing that here. Not to like pat you on the back too much. For those of you listening, you're like, he's getting paid. I definitely don't get paid by Adam at all, but I like to attract people who've got some great things going on. So please take a peek at this. Definitely a player in the game, and a really, really great approach that you've got going on here, Adam. All right, everybody listening right now, Adam, first of all, thanks for your time here today. Those of you listening, watching, or doing anything else with our content to in our bite-sized way to learn, please rate, subscribe, and review. You can go to smartsocial.com and support us in our mission. For about $97 a year, you get access to our 30 courses for the whole year. and it teaches you everything from start to finish. And it even features awesome people here like Adam. Thanks so much for everybody for your support. As always, as you can see in the back of the room, keep it light, bright, and polite. Your kids are watching, and there's so much we can do to build a positive online presence. We'll see you guys all very soon. Thanks again to Adam from village.com. See you guys soon. Have a great day.